Oh,
Welcome, everybody. My name's Fiona Hodgetts. I'm an employment advisor here at Employment Solutions in Welland, and this is our third episode of Zoomed In, where we feature Welland and the Greater Niagara region's employers to discuss what's new, various opportunities, and how you or someone you know might obtain one of these opportunities. We're joined here today with Vicki Rimagmos, recruiter at Stanpac, located in the quaint little town of Smithville, about a 30-minute drive from Welland, and they're hiring. So we're excited to hear about the opportunities that Vicki's going to share with us today. And so without further ado, let's talk about those. Welcome, Vicki, and thanks for taking some time to spend with us this morning.
hi, Fiona. Thank you so much for having me. I'm very excited to be here today and share some information about Stanpac and all the great things we have to offer.
Super. So for people who don't know too much about Stanpac, Vicki is going to spend a few minutes giving us a brief history about the business and what Stanpac is all about. And now that we are we're working towards post-COVID, it won't be long before we're saying post-COVID. And so people are now starting to look for employment opportunities, and Stanpac is a great place to start. So Vicki, tell us about Stanpac.
Certainly. So we're a dairy packaging manufacturing company located in Smithville. As Fiona said, it's a tiny town, but it's adorable. Very, very beautiful. So we've been around since 1949. We used to be located in Burlington, making the milk bottle caps. But in 1971, Steve Witt, our current owner, purchased Stanpac and moved us to Smithville in 1973, where we expanded into ice cream packaging. Since then, we've constantly been on the lookout for new ways to expand our business and offer our customers more great products. So we've expanded into ice cream packaging. We also do the labeling for milk and liquor bottles. And we have a third division, which we call Flexi Fill, or parts and service. And what that is ice cream filling machines that we service and loan out to our customers.
Wow, so there's a lot going on there. I heard ice cream, but there's no ice cream, right? Just the label.
No, sadly not on site, but we do make a lot of different packaging for customers around the world. So there's a lot of really interesting things that we do have an opportunity to see.
That's really neat. So now does Stanpac create logos and labeling, or does that come from the customer?
So for the most part, our customers have their own marketing teams, their own graphics departments that put together their specific brand. And then what'll happen is they send us those files and we have our own graphics team on site. And they work with those departments as well to make sure that they're formatting and getting the proper, setup so that we can run it to press, because we do have our own printing facility on site as well. So we do the whole process from start to finish.
Amazing, amazing. So, and I heard there's more than one building for Stanpac. It does cover quite a wide area, right?
Oh, yes. We have 3 facilities in Smithville. So that would be our glass building, our ice cream packaging, and our parts and service, or Flexi Fill. We use both words, so I might call them both.
Okay.
We also have 2 warehouses in Hamilton, and we have a few facilities in the United States as well.
My goodness. So it's a big place. That means Definitely. There's a lot of departments, which means there's some good opportunities out there.
Exactly.
And Stanpac is often hiring. I mean, we've been working with Vicki for a number of years myself, just over 2 or so years now, helping our clients get a foot in the door there. And Vicki is amazing, wonderful, helpful, kind, jolly, always got a smile, great to work with. So you've got still some people, some of our clients are still with you that we've brought in. And so tell us about the various positions that you're currently hiring for and how one would apply.
Yeah, so right now we're looking for a mix of both full and part-time workers. So anyone who is interested in those positions are more than welcome to check us out online. So if you visit us at www.stanpacnet.com, you'll notice a little career tab in the top of the page. If you click to that, it'll bring up all of our current open opportunities, and there's filter options. So you have the ability to filter out Canadian or American positions, as well as full or part-time positions. Currently, most of our positions are located on the production floor. So we're growing. We have a few different positions just to help accommodate some of our new customer orders. So again, for the most part, they are on the production floor area.
Okay, so production floor, what does a shift look like? A typical day in the life of a production floor employee? What does that look like?
So that could be a little bit different depending on what your interest is and what department you might be, working in. So we have a few different shift options available. Right now, we have an 8-hour shift rotation that switches every 2 weeks between midnights, afternoons, and days. We also have a 12-hour continental rotating shift pattern. So that one switches between days and nights every 2 weeks as well. Now, for those of you who don't know what a continental pattern is, all that means is it's a little bit more of a staggered shift pattern. So you might work 2 days on, have 2 days off, and then work 3 days. Second week would be the exact opposite. So you'd be off 2 days, work 2 days, and then off 3 days. And that 3 days off would be the transition between days and nights. We also offer those part-time positions. Right now, our part-time positions are on weekend day shifts. So they have either 8 or 12-hour options. And we also have a straight night shift available. For the most part, though, our positions are full rotation, so interested candidates should be aware of that. It's something that we would talk about with you and go through a lot more information if you do happen to put an application in.
Okay, so Stanpac then is a 24-hour business.
Oh, yes,
It
we're
doesn't
very
stop.
busy.
Well, sure, you're doing labeling for around the world, so I'm sure you have a lot of work going on. So how many different countries do you work with? Do you know?
Oh, unfortunately, I'm not 100% on that one, but I believe it's over 25 countries.
Okay.
Don't quote me on that, but it is definitely internationally. Some of the products that we make are so unique and so cool. But unfortunately, I'm not 100% on how far exactly it extends.
Neat. And so, right, everybody around the world eats ice cream. So I'm sure there's a lot of packaging going on. So 24-hour business means, you have a large employee crew. How many employees does Stanpac currently have?
The last time I ran a report, it was about 485 folks, but we do have a few extra openings. So potentially by the end of the year, we might hit 500.
Wow, that is a large employer. Okay, so for anybody listening, Stanpac have 500 or so positions that they need to keep filled. So there's always opportunities. All right, so production floor, full-time, part-time, it's all out there. So tell us, Vicki, what are you looking for in a candidate?
So the main thing that we look for in a candidate is just good people. So our motto is we're good people who make great packaging. So primarily, we can teach skills. So we do offer a lot of entry-level positions, which kind of gives us the opportunity to help people work on their own careers with us as well. But what that means is if you come in and you have a great attitude and you're, showing up to work and you're willing to learn, we can work with you to help build those skills to get you to where you'd like to be within our facility.
Nice. So I'm assuming then with that kind of detail that you promote from within, do you encourage, I would assume that you would encourage that growth from within. Does if somebody is on the production floor, as you mentioned, and they'd like to, work their way up, is there mentorship that's offered?
There is. So it depends on what your interest lies in. So each department kind of has their own setup. And the managers are able to work with their own team members to determine what path might work for them. And then they sit down, have that meeting, find out what that team member is looking for, find out, what skills they might need, where there might be gaps, and they work together really closely that way. Additionally, we can also have folks apply cross departments. So we post everything internally. If someone's interested, they're welcome to apply to the internal position. After that point, my recruitment team and myself will take those applications that we receive and we send them off to the hiring managers for each department. And then we offer an internal interview and we go from there.
Nice. So it sounds super supportive and nurturing and encouraging and all those things. So it's a great team.
Definitely.
So based on that, that's all sounds good to me. What are the best parts about working at Stanpac? Like what are the bonuses, the goodies, the extras, the good stuff?
I think my favorite is honestly the folks I work with. I can honestly say that across the plant, there's always smiling people. So that is one of the favorite things that I personally enjoy. But in addition to that, we offer benefits. So we offer benefits for anyone who works 24 hours a week or more consistently after 3 months of work. We also offer our RRSP matching up to 3% after 12 months. So for those folks who don't know what that means, our RRSP is Registered Retirement Savings Plan. So what happens is after being with us for 1 year, you come to us, we get you set up with it, fill out the application at home, and we receive a notification to start our matching. So essentially, if you match 3% of your gross pay, so that's anything before taxes, you put that towards your RRSPs, Stanpac will match that for you. If you do 1%, they'll match 1%. If you want to be ambitious and do 10%, unfortunately, we cap at 3. But hey, it's extra to work towards your future, so you can't go wrong with that. For any of our full-time team members, we also offer a perfect attendance bonus. So if you're coming in for all of your shifts on time, staying the whole duration, and have no absences, you would also receive a cash bonus every other week on the off weeks of pay. And there's other great benefits that we've added. So we offer a years of service program now. So, the longer you stay with us, we reward your longevity, I guess is the best way to put that. We thank you for being part of our team. That's really what it works out to. And then, we try to do events and things like that as well. So we've had a few food truck events and different types of things that we can just really say, thanks team for being there and thanks for helping out.
That's awesome. And that's not common that you see a lot of that in, especially larger establishments. It's hard to coordinate, I would imagine, a lot of these encouragement or retention parties or events and things like that. It's a big production, I would imagine.
Oh yes.
Trying to put something together. So that's great that Stanpac offers even attendance bonuses. Like, that's terrific. You're just going to show up to work regularly on time, right? Keep that going, and you're going to get more money in your pocket. So that's fantastic. RSP matching is also terrific, like working towards your retirement. Retention bonuses, the longer you stay, the more you get. Like, that's awesome too, right? And that's encouraging because, we try to coach our clients the benefits of retention. It's important. So, did I lose something? No, and we're back. And see, this is what happens when you're doing an organic recording. So that's amazing. And so if anybody has questions now about that, when we're working with our clients, this is more detail for me as well to share over to them and encourage them to apply. And so as we have, Stanpac has navigated COVID, as has everyone else, and had to, quickly adapt to those changing times. And now that we are, as mentioned earlier, working towards post-COVID, what does Stanpac look like post-COVID? And has anything been effective? What are the changes?
Yeah, so I hate to say it this way because it sounds so weird, but we were fortunate in the sense that we've always been very cautious and conscientious with cleanliness, hand washing, things like that. Because we make food packaging, we've always had to be careful to make sure that we're protecting our customers and their customers as well. So we have a hand wash station prior to going out on the production floor. It's automatic. It's really cool. You put your hands in, washes them for you, dries them for you, and then you can head out for the day. We've always had hand washing stations located around the departments for the same reason. Last thing we would ever want is someone to, cough and then pick something up. So hand washing stations are everywhere. We have tons of hand sanitizer stations as well for the same reasons. As far as changes go, we've made a few small changes. So we did have to lock our front doors, but we are doing in-person interviews if the incoming candidates are still comfortable with that. There's some good changes that are definitely going to be nice, which means more events. So unfortunately, we've been limited to only doing social distancing events, which, it's still helpful, still nice to see. But, it'll be nice to be able to do some things for the big group all together where we have the opportunity to get together inside of a building. I'm very excited for that kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. People coming together, right? And that's who we are. We need to come together. We need to participate with one another, and it's been a tough go for everyone, but the light is definitely at the end of the tunnel. I think we can all see it now. So again, for any of our listeners, or if you're interested again at applying for a position, you can jump onto, I believe it was www.stanpacnet.com. Perfect. Yes. I wasn't sure if it was com or is .ca. And check out their careers page, read all about them, see what they do. Various departments, many different jobs, lots of different things going on, room for growth, RSP matching, all kinds of bonuses. I mean, it sounds like a great place. And it's a great little town. It's a great little town. It's lovely, quaint, and I think you'd enjoy working there. There's some great people. So good sharing. Thanks, Vicki, for joining us today. We appreciate your time spending with us, and hopefully this will encourage some people to apply and join your team.
Well, thank you so much for having me. It was very exciting to be able to share some information about us. And if anyone is interested, you're more than welcome to contact us directly. We are more than happy to go through any information that anyone might have.
Great. So look at that. I mean, it just gets better. They're open. Call them, email them. Right? It's just that easy. Super.
Yep.
Well, have a great day. It's a hot one out there, but enjoy it nonetheless. And please join us next time for Zoomed In episode 4, yet to be determined. Bye for now.
Bye. Thank you.